Shit, why watch it in the movie theater when I could just watch it at home later tonight? I'll explain why later on. Alrighty, so I just got out of Cocaine Bear. I'll talk more about that in tomorrow's Talking About the Movies, but let's go to my normal stopping grounds. We'll start off here with Best Buy. I don't think there's any major new releases coming out this week, but I have seen some pretty good deals in here in Best Buy, so I don't know, maybe I might get some stuff that I decided to hold off on, maybe if it's at a good price. So yeah, let's go inside and see what they got. So right here is one of the few new releases that we have here, Dazed and Confused on 4K, which I already own the DVD and Blu-ray version of the Criterion Collection, so I don't need to pick this one up. But let me show you some of these prices that I was talking about. The Godfather movies are $16, $17. The Limey Steelbook's $15. Clerks 3, which I could have picked up last week, but I didn't do it, and now that I don't have it anymore. Wayne's World, the 4K slip is $18. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is $17. Pulp Fiction, that nice slip is $18 as well. Smile is $19. Thor: Love and Thunder is only $14. We got the Strange World Steelbooks here. Still got a ton of Black Panther Steelbooks, including that one, the other one, the Namor one. Still got Black Adam here. Highlander. Melly. Woman King is still ridiculously high, even though it's not the $60,000 it was a couple weeks ago, but Spider-Man No Way Home. Nope is only $15 on is that the 4K or the Blu-ray? By the way, that's a good deal on either one of them, 4K and Blu-rays. Let's see, Jurassic World Dominion is $15, Ghost in the Shell is only $17, Doctor Strange is only $14. That's the best deal right there. The Batman for $11.99, the 4K for that. No Time to Die is $13. So Moonfall's $13. The 4K for Doctor Strange is $17. The La La Land Steelbook's only $15. That's a real good deal on that. They have a couple copies here. I already have it though. The regular edition of Batman's $9.99. Beast is only $16. Let's see. Dog's only $14. Halloween Kills is only $14. Matrix Resurrections is only $11. So they do have some pretty good deals here. Suicide Squad down there for $10. I did find Clerks 3 for $14. I already have the Steelbook for this, but I'm kind of tempted to pick this up maybe. I don't know, I'll think about that one. Eternals is $14, so is Free Guy, so is Encanto. Let's see what else is. Heat is down there for $12. I think the 4K is also cheap too. Hitman Flies Bodyguard for $9. Jason Statham set for $8. John Wick's 1 and 2 for $10. $6.99 for the regular Blu-ray. Sonic on 4K is $15. So they have some real good deals here. Unfortunately, most of these movies I already own. Like there's 3,000 Years of Longi for $17. Definitely a great movie. A very underrated film from last year. Turning Red's $18. War of the Wolves down there on 4K for $15. Punisher Warzone, the Steelbook's $15. Puss in Boots on 4K is $17. So is Shrek 2. So is Justice League. Free Guy. Dirty Dancing's $14. Again, some pretty good deals here. This is pretty good. Halo for $25. Wish it was the Steelbook though. I bring these up because there's a new set of them coming out this week. One of them including Zootopia, which I'll show you in just a moment. But still got some of the Disney 100 Steelbooks and the slipcovers here. I think today might be the day I'll get this, Legion of Superheroes. I was waiting for the price to come down on it, and it's $15. So that one is definitely an option. I think I might pick that one up. There's another thing over here that I'm interested in. Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit for $20. $20 on that one. Or 19, I should say, but that's also tempting as well. Anything else of note here? I think that's most of the prices here that I see. I have to dig deep more to see if I can find any other good deals, but I have a couple of suggestions here that I might pick. A couple possibilities, I should say, suggestions. And that's definitely one of them. Not here, but that Top Gun 2 movie Steelbook big box set that I got for Christmas that I showed off in a video a long time ago. That dropped down to $102, which is actually a pretty good deal for that set. If you want to see what that is, take a look at the card on the corner there, and I'll show you the video that's at the end. But $101 for that. Alright, so I just got out of Best Buy, and like I said, they had some pretty good deals in there. If you don't have specific movies you're looking for, go into Best Buy. They might actually have them at a good price right now, which is funny considering all the pricing issues they've had over the last couple months. But this week, some pretty good deals, and I actually took advantage of some of those deals. So the one I took the most advantage of was this, Legion of Superheroes, which I think came out last week or the week before. I can't remember, but it was only $15 for the Blu-ray. I like these DC Universe animated movies very much, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. Something I didn't notice until I saw this one here is that I guess the spines connect to an image or something like that, which is very interesting when you... It's like, do they know ahead of what movies are going to be? Well, they have to know what movies are going to be ahead of them, but I never noticed that before. It was like that on all of them, including the 4K version, so... thought that was interesting, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. I'm glad I found it there for $15. And then I grabbed Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, which is probably the most underrated in the Jack Ryan series. Not a lot of people really liked this movie when it came out. I really enjoyed it. I thought Chris Pine did a very good job as Jack Ryan. Most of the Jack Ryan movies have been very good, except for The Sum of All Fears, which I've talked about ad nauseam. But yeah, pretty good. But yeah, a really good movie, very underrated movie. Certainly doesn't beat the original 3 films in the series: A Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, and Clear and Present Danger. Which, that last one, I gotta find the 4K version for that. I was gonna wait until maybe Black Friday. They would probably have this for $8 because that's how I got Patriot Games last year. But I figured why not pick it up? $18 for that. You get the 4K and the Blu-ray. Yeah. Couldn't pass that up, and hopefully I can find Clear and Present Danger, because I think that is out on 4K too. I just don't know where it would be at, but so I picked that up, Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit and Legion of Superheroes. Off to a pretty good start today, so let's go ahead and go on to our next location, which is going to be Barnes & Noble. Let's go inside and see if they got anything. So they just announced this week that the show was ending, and I was kind of tempted to get into the show. I don't know, maybe I'll wait until they put out the big box set or watch it on HBO Max when the show ends. But I heard some good things about it, though. Other than that, though, it's kind of slim pickings. I'm tempted to kind of pick this up for $25, but it's not a guarantee. So I'm going to still look around, see if I can find anything. I was going to see if I can find the book to talk about this, but it's not there. But they're making a sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas without Dr. Seuss's involvement, like the book. There's a book called How the Grinch Lost Christmas. I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. I mean, it just sounds like one of those been there, done that type of stories, but I don't know. Does it really need a sequel, honestly? I mean, I don't think so. Like, I think what they did with the other ones, the other Grinch sequels, like the animated sequels, were fine enough as it is, but I don't know. It just sounds like a really bad idea, just altogether. Alright, our next stop for the day is Half Price Books. It's been a couple weeks since they've been here. Let's see if they got anything new. So needless to say, I did find some goodies. I actually found some movie posters. These are the X-Files ones. There's 2 here for Lost in Space. There's Fierce Creatures. I don't know what the prices are. I'm going to go check for that, but if they're at a reasonable price, I might get these and try to sell them. I also have some other stuff here as well. The Digibook of Jaws, which I do not have. I don't think I've ever seen this in public before, but it's $14. That's tempting. I have a couple of videos here that might be interesting to sell. Return of the Jedi, the original release. This one, not so much, because I don't think this is going for too much there, but DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp for $4. Great underrated film. And then over here, found these, Invader Zim Seasons 1 and 2. And as you can see, these are those Create Space Amazon DVD sets. $20 for that, $13 for that. Those might be tempting. This I'm not getting, but I just found this in there. It's my first time seeing this in public. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Steelbook, the dual-sided one. Yeah, I'm not picking that up. Even though it's $15, it is tempting, but yeah, no, thank you. So, other than that, everything else, I've got some decisions to make here. Alright, so I'm back home now, and I didn't get to show you everything I picked up at Half Price Books, but most of the stuff in there I did end up putting back, but I did end up getting those posters, and because I open them up, it's going to be hard for me to open them up right here on camera and put them on full screen. I'm actually going to show you them right now as I was taking pictures of them to sell on eBay. So here are those 5 posters that I got. So here's the first Lost in Space one. Here's the second one for Lost in Space. Here's Fierce Creatures. Here's the first one for the X-Files movie. And then here's another one for the X-Files movie. And yeah, each one of them was $2 a piece, so I couldn't pass that up. I mean, I should be able to get something for those posters, because those are straight from the movie theaters, and most of them are still in pretty good condition. So yeah, so I got that. I did pick up one other thing from Half Price Books that I did not show you, because I actually saw this behind the counter. I did put away most of the videotapes. I put away the Blu-rays. I put away some of the other stuff I had in there. I really was just going to go with the steel books, not the steel books, the posters, and the this other thing I bought, but I'll show you that in a second. But behind the register, I found this. No need for me to pick it up because I have numerous copies of it already, but it is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I've never. This is hard to come by it's because this is usually pretty expensive online. I can't find it in stores usually. Well, not usually in stores like Half Price Books or the Exchange, like these used shops, but Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the original DVD release, I picked that up. One of my favorite movies of all time. I have several copies of the movie on video, DVD, Blu-ray, you name it, 4K, and yeah, this is the original DVD release from 1998, and I actually had this a while ago. I bought it at CD Warehouse whenever that was here, about almost 10 years ago, and then I ended up returning it because there was stuff in there that wasn't on there that was being promised to me, and that was back before I started collecting multiple copies of different movies and all that. But now that I do collect multiple copies of this, I have the original DVD release of it. I have the original video release of it as well that I've showed off a couple times, and yeah, it was $10, so I grabbed that. I'll show you the other things I picked up, which are over here. Or one of the things I just remembered, I just put it away, but I'll grab it in a second. But this right here really convinced me. This is the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette TV Week. This used to be something that used to show up in the Sunday paper all the time, and for a quarter, I had to get this. This is from 1995, and it just took me back to when I used to get these when we got the paper. And if you don't know what this is basically kind of like a local version of the TV Guide, as you can see from what I'm about to show you here. Let me just go to a page in particular. Yeah, like, those are the old school TV listings, all the different TV channels that are on here. Like, you get stuff like FX, Nickelodeon, TBS. Like, this was back when they used to show cartoons on USA and TBS and TNT as well. So you can am I even getting this? There it is. So that's from Tuesday morning, Tuesday, June 6th. And I could go, and you can't really get a good idea of it from here, but one day I'll definitely show you one of these, because this was really interesting to see, and it was only a quarter too, so, and I couldn't pass that up. So let me go ahead and show you the other thing I picked up from Half Price Books. This was the other thing I wanted to show off, this Saturday Night Fever official authorized scrapbook. This is from 77 or 78 when the movie came out. Of course, that's it's in plastic, by the way, so that's why you got this thing going on here. Let me just carefully take this out so you can get a better look at it. There's John Travolta, and then on the back you see him with the poster. And it was only $5, and I bought this specifically because I saw on eBay that it was going for about 4 times as much for $20. So if I can get at least $20 for it, or at the very least $15 for it, I'll be very happy with it. I think I could definitely sell this off. So those are the things I picked up at Half Price Books. So let me show you some of the other things I picked up. I did get to show you the one thing I did pick up in Barnes & Noble after I bought it, but I did show it to you while I was in Barnes & Noble. And yes, I did pick up Bluey Seasons 1 and 2. I just did a post on the website talking about this show, which I was really surprised by it. It's definitely a lot better than I think a lot of people is like people who have looked at the show and criticized it. It's a lot better than I think a lot of people give it credit for. It's an adorably fun little show. It's a show that's kind of, I've only seen a couple of episodes of it, and I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed it. This is a show that's not only aimed directly at preschoolers. It's a show that preschoolers can watch, but anybody else can watch it and really get enjoyment out of it. Like, you really do like these characters a lot, and they really do tackle tackle everyday life. Like, there's a lot of episodes where they talk about, some of the episodes they talk about death. They deal with that. They deal with pregnancy. They deal with divorce. They deal with these heavy subjects overall, and they do it in a way that's that's very well done, very smartly written. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't fall into cliches, is what I'm trying to say. But it's a really enjoyable show, and I'm really looking forward to checking the rest of this out. And it says on here it's $24.99, and because there was nothing else in there, I was going to get it anyway. But this was actually much cheaper than that. I only paid $15 for this after my Barnes & Noble membership discount, and also the fact that this was also 30% off, and it doesn't say on there, because most of the movies that are 30% off usually have the sticker there. This did not, so $15 for 2 seasons, and as you can see, over 100 episodes. I thought it was well worth the price, so I picked that up at Barnes & Noble. These two things came from Mercari, and so these two things came from Mercari. I actually ordered this a month ago. They sent it, but the person that I bought this from sent it, but got lost in the mail, and he actually took care of it overall, and I finally just got them this week. So I got 2 DVDs here for $10 for both of them, and there were 2 movies that one movie in particular I really wanted to get, and the other one I didn't really need to get, but it's nice to have a physical copy of it, and that is Anastasia, which is very much Don Bluth's Disney knockoff, but an overall decent Disney knockoff too. It's a really enjoyable movie, and it's funny now that this is a part of the Disney library, and this is just a regular DVD version of it. Just something to add to the collection for $5 for that one. But this was the reason why I bought that and this. The Thief and the Cobbler. Fortunately, this is the only version you can get that's on DVD right now. There's the Recobble cut that's been on YouTube, but that's the better version of this movie. This is the Miramax version, and this is hard to find. Like, I found it on there for $5 on Mercari with the Anastasia DVD. It was a total of $10, and $5 for this, I couldn't pass that up. It's a movie that is very beautiful to look at, animation-wise, story-wise, and everything else. You can definitely tell that there was a lot of studio interference and stuff from the Completion Bond company. And this is definitely not what Richard Williams probably envisioned when he made this movie. And hopefully one day we can get that version, like the Recobble cuts online. But this isn't a bad movie overall. And for $5, this is something that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a long time. I finally have it now, so I'm glad of that. I have it there. Let me see. Where do I want to go to next? Let me do the other 2 Mercari things here. So as I mentioned before, these 2 I mentioned before. Strange World, I got the regular Blu-ray version of this for $10 on Mercari. And then I mentioned the Disney 100 slipcovers. There's a new set of them coming out this week that has stuff that includes the Aristocats, Sleeping Beauty, Jungle Book, Wreck-It Ralph, 101 Dalmatians. I actually have this list here because I do want to start collecting some of them. And this is one of those ones that's coming out, and that is Zootopia. I found this on Mercari for $25, and I wouldn't have paid that much, but I ended up getting it for $20, and just something to add to the collection. Zootopia is a great movie, one of my favorite recent Disney films. But like I said before, I actually made a list of all the Disney 100 slips that are coming, and then on the Animation Magazine website, they actually have a list of when everything is coming out. So there's that right there. And on February 27th, I have the list right here: the Aristocats, the Jungle Book, Zootopia, Tangled, Frozen 2, Sleeping Beauty, Lady and the Tramp, Wreck-It Ralph, Robin Hood, and 101 Dalmatians. All are coming out this week. And then there's essentially a 3-month break, and then they do the Star Wars steelbooks, which you could pre-order on Best Buy, which I already did. So we have A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi coming out on May 2nd. There's the steelbooks for Coco, Toy Story, and Cars coming out on June 6th. Regular versions for Finding Nemo, Coco, Brave, Cars, Up, The Incredibles, and Monsters, Inc. on June 13th. Another Mickey and Friends 10 Classic short set coming out on the 27th of June. Steelbooks for Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen on August 1st. Iron Man has a steelbook on September 5th. The Little Mermaid, Lion King, Moana, and Aladdin have steelbooks on October 3rd. And finally, on October 17th, Lion King, Aladdin, Nightmare Before Christmas, Fox and the Hound, Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Alice in Wonderland. Do not need these at all because I have most of these movies already in my collection and also on Disney Plus. But I like collecting these Disney 100 slipcovers and steelbooks. They look really cool, at least to me. I'm gonna probably do that with the Warner Brothers 100 steelbooks when they start putting those out, because we have one coming out this week in particular with Training Day, which should be coming pretty soon in the next couple of days. And when that happens, I'll show it off in the next episode. But so yeah, Zootopia right there. At least I got one of them for now. So quickly go to the Best Buy ones. You already saw these ones already. I got Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, Legion of Superheroes for $15. Jack Ryan was $19. The last two things we have here, I was very happy with these ones because I went to FYE yesterday in Westmoreland, because we used to have an FYE in Monroeville, but they shut that down almost 10 years ago, and so I haven't been able to go in there for the longest time. So I go in there yesterday because we're up at Westmoreland Mall. We're checking out some stuff there, and I see something in there that's very interesting. Well, before I show you that, I picked up Demon Knight, the Blu-ray version from Screen Factory. They had that there for $29.99. They had Bordello of Blood, but this did not have the slipcover. So I went onto eBay shortly after that, and I saw the steelbook on there. Not the steelbook, the slipcover with the Blu-ray version of it for the same price that it would have been at FYE, which was around $35 after shipping and handling. And so I figured, why not just get it on there? So I have that coming soon, but I did grab Demon Knight. But this was the coolest thing I saw there. It's been a while since I've been able to get a movie a couple of days before it's come out at FYE, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I saw it there, and I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this, but I'm going to try to do it. But so I took it up to the register, and lo and behold, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I got a copy before the movie comes out officially on Tuesday, which, again, Universal's just putting these out a couple weeks before they actually put them out in stores. Like they didn't announce this was coming out this week until Valentine's Day, which should tell you a lot. But lo and behold, I got a copy of it. I got a copy of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Yeah, if I had seen this in 2022, this probably would have made my top 10 list. I already did a video talking about it, which you can go ahead and check out in the corner. But yeah, so I got a copy of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish a couple days before it's released. So, and might be a good time to go back to FYE every once in a while and see if anything new comes out before it actually gets put on the shelf. So that'll be very interesting next time I go up there. But so anyway, that is everything I picked up right there. You see all that? Pretty good day, pretty good week overall of getting some stuff. So with that said, that's going to wrap up this edition of Movie Stop. Once again, I'll remind you the Reviewing Network Awards are coming out on March 11th. I'm going to try to get some stuff ready for the Oscars after the show, because I've talked about doing a podcast or a show, like a stream, like a podcast show, and maybe after the Oscars, I'm thinking about doing something as a test pilot to see if this actually works. So that's still a couple weeks away, though, so be on the lookout for that. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, as always, take care.